It's not just the London derby, it's the P45 derby. Loser gets to go to the job centre after the game, in my opinion, because everyone's calling this El Sacchio, which has been the case before when West Ham's played Spurs. But it's going to be a case of who wins gets to stay on a little bit longer, whoever loses is under extreme pressure. I can't even tell you who's under more pressure right now, to be honest. I could sit here and talk about all the goals that West Ham scored in the past against Spurs. I could talk about all the times we stopped Spurs from winning the league or having a chance at winning the league. But that's not the case anymore. Times have changed. Things have changed. And everything circumstantial has changed between both clubs. New managers, new players. But is it necessarily a new mindset at both clubs? I don't really think so. Over the summer, Spurs had some highs and lows. They celebrated winning the Europa League, but they also had to contend with the sacking of manager Ange Postecoglou. He was replaced by Brentford manager Thomas Frank. The Dane left Brentford after many years at the club for a new challenge, heading to North London. It was an appointment that many Spurs fans welcomed, and he was backed in the transfer window substantially. Kevin Danso and Mathis Tell made permanent moves to the north of London. A certain Mohamed Kudus joined from West Ham United for £55 million and has shown some very bad performances, actually, since he joined Spurs. Xavi Simons joined from RB Leipzig for £51.8 million. And very recently, Conor Gallagher signed from Atletico Madrid for £35 million. So Conor Gallagher's back in London, a place he knows very well, having played for Chelsea and Crystal Palace. And oh, so behold, he's making his debut against West Ham. Oh, João Palhinha and Randall Kolo Muani also joined on loan. Sung Min notably left over the summer to join LAFC, which I think might have been the right time for him to leave the club. There's been a trend at Spurs, though, actually. Soon as things start to pick up in the off-season, so does the form at the beginning of the season, because Spurs lost one of their opening 7 games. Just to check, 7 games. Then it started to falter. Spurs won once in 6 games. And Thomas Frank out brigade started to really chirp up. And they still are chirping up. The last time they won a game was December the 28th. And they only won 2 games in the whole of December. And injuries have bloody killed that team. Let's be honest. They're going to need to sign some defenders, actually. Because from what I can tell, Dragusin wants out. They're only really left with Danso and even Romero if he's fit. Richarlison's now out injured as well. The midfield gets bloody depleted all the time. Bentancur can't stay fit. They have a lot of injuries at Spurs right now and nothing to back up for it. And that's probably part of the problem. Richarlison is the highest scoring player this season. He's got 7 goals in the league so far this season. João Palhinha has been pretty good for them. Actually, he's been a pretty solid player. He was supposed to be the Declan Rice replacement, but £80 million for him at the time didn't seem great, and I think West Ham would have been rinsed. Bergval's a good young player. Archie Gray is a good young player. Mickey van den Ven might not commit to signing a new contract, and that's a worry for Spurs fans. Brennan Johnson actually left, but wasn't all that shocking. He did score one of the most important goals in Spurs' history, to be honest with you. And Romero will have a chance to play up against Tati Castellanos and Guido Rodriguez on Saturday. Yeah, it's on Saturday. Yeah, it is. Usually on a Sunday, this game. So, weird. So many players have played for both Spurs and West Ham. But let's go with Manchester United's new interim manager, Michael Carrick. He joined Spurs from West Ham in 2004 and spent 2 years at White Hart Lane before going to Manchester United and building a name for himself. Established himself as one of the best midfielders of his generation. We got to win this. But something tells me we'll crunch this. I'll have to go a 2-2 draw. And we'll end up gifting goals away so easily. This is literally going to be a case of taxi, job centre, and dole for whoever loses this game. And I hate losing to Spurs. So, Jesus. I'm not mentally prepared for this.